Good afternoon, I'm Sean Yao, and this is One News Now. Meralco has announced an increase in power rates this month. Electricity charges will go up by 62 centavos per kilowatt hour this month, or a hike of 10 pesos and 90 centavos per kilowatt hour. Residences consuming 200 kilowatt hours per month will see a 125 peso increase in their power bills. Meralco explains that the rate hike is due to the surge in generation charges, higher spot market prices, and the conclusion of refunds that were mandated by the Energy Regulatory Commission.
Two ongoing refunds totaling 1 peso and 6 centavos per kilowatt hour for residential customers are still being implemented and continue to temper customers' monthly electricity bills. These refunds are expected to be completed by January this month, January 2023 and May 2023, and the impact will be felt in the succeeding billing periods, which are February 2023 and June 2023, respectively.
And some Filipino workers joined the strike staged by thousands of nurses from 2 hospitals in New York City. The strikes are in reaction to the managements of Mount Sinai Hospital, Montefiore Medical Center, and the New York State Nurse Association failing to reach an agreement on additional manpower. NYSA Executive Committee member and Filipino nurse Lorena Vivas told Frontline sa Umaga that the staffing shortage was already an issue even before the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic. Vivas also said that they are open to another round of negotiations so long as their demands are heard.
It's a very, very traumatic situation for all of us. And you would think that the hospital will be more caring, ano? Pero wala po silang, parang wala po silang pakialam. Parang sa kanila, ang focus po nila ay profit at pagkita ng pera.
And the Health Department sees a plateau in COVID-19 cases in Metro Manila and nearby provinces. Let's get the details from JC Cosico, who's joining us live from the city of Manila. JC, hi, good afternoon. Is the DOH expecting cases to rise in the coming days because of the just concluded holiday season?
Sean, the Health Department hopes not, but on Tuesday, Health OIC Maria Riverhead has said that the Philippines logged a 1% increase in infections, which she said is not yet an indication that infections are increasing following the holidays. The DOH hopes the same following the Feast of the Black Nazarene and that they will continue to monitor. Said that infections or daily infections might jump to over 700 by 5:15 should compliance health protocols decline. There are substantial variants in the country.
All right, JC, what did the Health Department have to say about extending the COVID-19 state of calamity? Is the health agency still pushing for this?
Yes. The extension of COVID-19 state of calamity remains to
All right, it looks like we have to fix that connection with JC Cosico, which we will do, and we'll try to get back out to him in just a bit. Meanwhile, moving over to sports, where Pinoy boxer Melvin Jerusalem welcomed the new year with a new belt after winning the WBO minimum weight title. Marty Bautista with the story.
Pinoy boxer Melvin Jerusalem opened up the year with a bang after taking down Japanese foe Masataka Taniguchi via technical knockout. Jerusalem only needed 2 rounds to beat Masataka for the WBO minimum weight title in front of his home crowd in Osaka, Japan. This is the Bukidnon native's 9th straight win and the 20th of his career against 2 losses. Out of his 20 victories, 12 came from knockouts. He also hasn't lost a match since 2017. This is also a good start for Philippine boxing as no Pinoy fighter reigned in the 4 prestigious governing bodies of boxing, the WBC, WBA, WBO, and IBF. Jerusalem says his training with Coach Michael Domingo played a big part in his win. The two trained in Nagoya, Japan for 3 months to get acclimated with the cold weather in the country.
Malamig yung klima talaga doon. Tapos dito sa amin mainit. Kaya kinukuha talaga namin yung klima para masanay tayo. Tapos yung stamina ko din, ma'am, nag-improve dahil iba yung training din namin.
Jerusalem also endured a dieting method for the fight, where he reduced food intake despite the holiday season.
Kaya walang Pasko muna, walang New Year muna. Walang kain, reduce kasi, reduce. Yun, tinis ko lahat. Para sa laban na nangyari.
He also had high praises for his opponent for his relentlessness in the ring. He also seemed surprised that he connected on his right straight, which enabled his victory.
Agresibo talaga siya sa laban namin. Kaya kahit matangkad siya sa akin, siya yung sumusugod. Hindi ko masasabi talaga yun, ma'am, na madaling kalaban yun. Nagkataon lang talaga na na i-open sa kanya. Kaya yun, hindi ko nga alam kung anong nakatama eh.
The newly crowned WBO champ has returned to Cebu this weekend, where a hero's welcome was prepared. Jerusalem will rest and recover while waiting for the World Boxing Organization's decision on whether he will have a mandatory or voluntary defense of his belt. For News 5, Marty Bautista, we are One News.
One News Now will be back with more stories after this quick break. Stay with us. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Let's circle back to JC Cosico, who's reporting to us from the DOH office in Manila about some COVID-19 updates. JC, earlier before we lost our connection to you, I was asking about the possible extension of the COVID-19 state of calamity and whether or not the health department is still pushing for this.
So on the DOH,
said that it remains to be important as apart from vaccination, tax exemptions and the health emergency allowance are anchored to this. So, but they will heed to the president's call as to this. But should there be no extension, they will look into other options to continue the government's COVID response. Sean.
And JC, has the health department gotten the genome sequencing from the 8 unvaccinated Filipinos that came into the country from China that tested positive for COVID-19? What do these results tell us if they're already available?
Sean, the DOH said that results are still being finalized and will be out in the coming days to know which variant infected them. To date, they are still on quarantine and will be discharged after they finished isolation.
All right. And has there been any update so far about these new bivalent vaccines? When and how will these be administered to the public?
Sean, the DOH earlier said that these vaccines are expected to arrive first quarter of this year. But as to its administration, it remains to be seen. DOH OIC Verhead has said that experts already have their initial recommendations as to this, but they can't disclose yet, as it will also depend on the number of shots that will arrive. But should there be few on the first batch, there will also be a priority list. Sean.
All right, and we have seen a slew of cabinet appointments of late. Is the DOH soon to have a secretary?
Sean, we asked that question to OIC Verhere, but she said she leaves that matter to President Bongbong Marcos. But should she be appointed, she said the current health programs will continue. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, JC Cosico, over the phone from the city of Manila. Thank you, JC. In other news, National Security Advisor Clarita Carlos has reacted to a supposed shortlist for her replacement. In an interview with the Chiefs, Carlos stressed that she did not seek the position and only wanted to help the country. She also advised those vying for her position to apply to the president directly.
Ako'y nananahimik sa university and the president asked me to be National Security Advisor. Because the president asked me, the president will have to unask me. You know? So I did not seek the position.
And here is a quick look at today's other top stories. Pag-asa says that the low-pressure area they're watching is not likely to develop into a tropical depression within the next 24 hours. The LPA, though, will bring moderate to heavy rains over several areas in the Visayas and Mindanao. The Philippine National Police says that more than 500 senior officers have already submitted their courtesy resignations following Interior Secretary Ben-Hur Abalos' directive. PNP spokesperson Jean Fajardo says that police officers with the rank of colonel up to general have until the end of the month to turn in their resignations. According to the Interior Department, it now has a list of officials supposedly involved in the illegal drug trade. And the Armed Forces of the Philippines supports the appointment of Carlito Galvez Jr. as Defense Secretary. The AFP says Galvez is well suited for the job, having served as former AFP Chief of Staff. Galvez also served as vaccine czar under the Duterte administration. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.